Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. from the shotgun, the inside give. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. The give to the back. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on 3rd. Oh, they're after him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Toss sweep to the right. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4.
And that's something this offense is going to try to do in this game, and they're doing it early. They want to establish the run game. They want to be more physical. They want to control the line of scrimmage. That's how they're going to attack this defense.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Try to get it to the edge. Got a little space. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
Nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good game for this offense.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. He'll ride his man on the option.
You can skin the cat a lot of different ways. You're just trying to get enough yards to pick up that 1st down. It's not the dive man. It's not the quarterback. He makes the right read, pitches it out, and he's just able to get enough to keep these sticks moving.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. They're going to run it to the right. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Rush coming in high, and they've got him at the 29. And this defense, this crowd, this atmosphere, it can rattle an offense in a hurry.
You can shake them up. When you can get to the quarterback and affect them, we all know they become very human. They start seeing things. And with this crowd, They can't hear anything. This place is going absolutely nuts. Nice job rushing the passer, igniting the crowd.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. It's caught downfield. He gets it inside the 20 to the 19, but they still have a ways to go, and it'll be 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Smashes it between the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Out there. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They give it to him again. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Start this drive and snap it from the 40. Off play action on 1st down. Dances away. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. They'll go to the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. They'll ride the hot hand. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
and Alabama has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Back to pass. He'll take the deep shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Oh, and that's a chance to end that drive right there and completely wipe out the possibility of any points because, of course, the offense has the ball on their side of the field. That is an interception that he's got to be able to make.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Throwing right. He's got it. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. And you know the line they kick around at Ohio State. Woody Hayes, forward pass, 2 of the 3 things that can happen are bad. Woody had dudes like this, he'd be spinning that magic bean all over this place.
You ain't lying. My, how times have changed. Now it is pass, pass, pass. Find explosive playmakers like this on the outside. Get them the football.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
He might want another play. Going to swing it on second down. Quickly complete. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion of that out route. Sometimes those quarterbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick 6. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's James. He is pushed out of bounds at the 19-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short.
Here we go.
Looking to fire. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Going for the marker on the ground. Got enough space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it, put his foot in the ground, and that was payday.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. A 67-yard touchdown drive there, and they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. That Alabama offense. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Looking for room. It's Eaton. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He gets it all the way up to the 42-yard line, and that's why you have confidence to keep it on the ground in that situation. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Buying some time. He's open on the right. There he goes. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen. Get ready for the run. Less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Shavera. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
They got to find ways to manufacture some offense down here in this area. The field shrinks, it gets a little bit more difficult. So I got to take a few more chances, get the ball to some speed on the perimeter, try to make some big plays.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. And the quarterback brought up 2 and sacked at the 12.
That is how it's done. It's go time in the red zone, 3rd and goal. We need a sack, need a big play. That was a monster sack by the defense. Let's go.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. UAB answered the bell away from Protective Stadium today with an impressive victory. The Blazers knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. Out of the gun to give to the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Right on the money. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. Bringing it back. Touchdown time. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, lost to throw. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Might be changing the route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his tight end. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Finds a man in the middle. All down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. They just keep firing. They're working that left side.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a nice job by the quarterback there. Of course, he's right-handed. There he is, scrambling and rolling to his left. It's not easy to be accurate when you're doing it, but he's able to put that right on target for the completion.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Making side adjustments here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Soft spot in the middle. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They drag him down pretty quick, but quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And with that score, they now tie the game. The extra point will give them the lead. Maybe they'll be able to take that lead in at halftime. That is huge for their momentum. That touchdown, massive for their confidence as well. And they're going to have to make a few tweaks here at halftime. They're going to have to do things a little bit differently in the second half. But no doubt about it, that touchdown was huge for this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Gets the back moving. On the direct snap, it's Shabera. It'll fall incomplete. A little creativity on first down, but it doesn't work. It'll be second down. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
Try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Eaton. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. They'll try it over the left side. Oh, and that's just like a penalty. They get in the backfield and knock him down for a loss of 5.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Got it behind the line. It's Shabera. And the defense drags him down.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw. And he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Alabama! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
Here comes the 2-point try. From the gun. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last time they had it, just an aerial assault. Precision execution, moved right down the field and put it in the end zone. Breaks the tackle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team. When you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Fires to the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
The Buckeyes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Fields the punt and tries to help improve that field position. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Tide offense rolls onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Going with the ground game left. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Get it out on the screen. Makes his man miss. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Spits it out to the back. It's on target and complete. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The thing that made that play work is that it created the matchup they wanted and let the running back create after he caught it.
And, Reese, you see more and more of this in college football. Taking the backs and using them as weapons, right? Getting him out in space as much as possible. Get him matched up on a linebacker where I can now run a route where I sell it outside, cut it inside, and I win.
Give to the single back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The RPO, it's complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for a deep man. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And there's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Lost a throw on first down. Using his feet to buy time. He's going to take off. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. He's going to let it go. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to...
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Got it in stride at the 15. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. To adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. From the gun, he'll try to throw. It's complete on the right side. Knocked down for the tackle. And the Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up at this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Makes the catch. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. On target to the left. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. You saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Might be calling a hot route. Just keep slinging it. Quickly complete. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
He's going for a big play downfield. Makes the grab down the left side. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. There are penalties you sort of forget about, and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. A 1st down for the offense. They want to throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Bought a little time, lets it go. It's caught. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. The Buckeyes in the hurry-up.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these 1st downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry. But they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the 2nd half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Quarterback making checks. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time on target. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And the Buckeyes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He's looking to throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Big fella moving. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. so many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. Fourth down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays in the ring.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He wants to change this route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Looking deep. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Down to the 48-yard line as he takes it away and takes it back to set up his offense.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Handoff from the gun. Got the first down and still on his feet. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. They'll go to the toss. Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. they come to the line on second down, ordinarily you might go up top, but they need to keep this one on the ground, keep that clock winding. Back to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing the football in the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Pocket breaking down. It's complete to the left. They get him stopped at the 32. A solid pickup, but it will bring up a fourth down and decision time. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Fakes the grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man on the right. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He wants a big play here late. A full dive to haul that one in.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Gonna look downfield again. Under fire. He's got it. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. Tried to power it in. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score. There's a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They'll toss it to the left. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Got the first down and more. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
This play works for one reason. You toss the ball quickly to the left, receivers have to block. Once that running back gets on the perimeter, you're going nowhere if those receivers aren't committed to getting on those DBs, locking on them, running their feet. That's not their first priority. I know they're going to catch the ball more than they're going to block. Nice job blocking on that toss.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.